Hello everyone, happy Friday. Thought I'd just pop in and say hello. Spent a little bit of time earlier today editing the clips from the past 4 days. So I've got a short little video uploading, which obviously you will have seen by the time you see this. But yeah, it was a pretty short one because I was bad at getting clips this week. So thought I'd just pop in, say hello, start this video off with a little hi there. Been enjoying doing Vlogmas. This is about the point last year where I started to kind of lose steam. So we'll do our best and see how we're doing. Thankfully, we have a lot less crazy of a day than I did at this point in time last year. This was the day when our director had to go on for someone else last year, and this year I don't believe that's happening. And even if it is, it's not my problem this year. So yeah. Today's just been a chill day. It's already about 3 o'clock, and I haven't honestly done much all day. I found out late last night that I didn't get into the show I auditioned for, which is not really that surprising, given that almost 60 people auditioned, and there's probably only like 10 women in Kinky Boots, and I'm probably not going to be the best 10 of 60. So that's okay, but it was a little disappointing. I thought I did a good job, and so, I was just a little bit bummed, especially since all 3 of my friends got callbacks, and so they still don't know if they're in the show or not because callbacks are this coming up Monday. So, I've just been kind of taking it easy since I found out. Thankfully, I had the day off today for the show, which was nice, so I could just chill, relax. Had a therapy appointment this morning. Always good to, talk to people about how you're feeling. So I've really just been spending the day hanging out and working on my fox cross stitch, which you saw in last video. It doesn't look significantly different, although I think I did fill in this whole square since you last saw it. But it is starting to resemble the butt of a fox with some holes for where the flowers and stuff go. So that's been good. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna hang out the rest of the day until I go to the show. So yeah, nothing too exciting going on over here. Just hanging out, chilling. I was hoping to decorate for Christmas today, but it just didn't happen. So hopefully, at some point I will do that. Although I'm definitely a little bit worried about the cats and the tree. I got wasabi last year on New Year's Eve. Wasabi is kind of the furrier one. I've posted some clips of them in the last video. They're actually kind of getting along now, which is exciting. Nori's the tuxedo, Wasabi's the tortoise shell. And I got her Wasabi on New Year's Day last year, and I am not even sure that she had left my room by the time I took the tree down. She is a pretty chill cat. She doesn't get into stuff in my room, but Nori is not that way, and she gets into a lot of stuff. So a little bit worried about having the tree and stuff. I'll definitely have to be smart about what ornaments I put up just until I see how she reacts. But I do want to have some Christmas cheer. I love coming down in the mornings and having the Christmas tree on, and it just makes it so cozy to hang out and knit, or cross stitch by the light of the Christmas tree. So one day soon I will get to that. Maybe tomorrow, but I think I've got to work out and I might go to knitting club. So yeah, anyway, that's that. Just thought I'd check in and say hi. Nothing too crazy going on. So enjoy whatever clips I might be able to get of this weekend. Talk to you later. friend owns a coffee shop, and this year she did these DIY syrup kits. So I'm gonna make these syrups, which will be good for coffee or cocktails. So I've got one rosemary lavender and one burnt cinnamon and clove, and I'm just heating up some water. So I'm gonna let this steep for a couple of hours until I'm ready to go to the show. Then mix these with the sugar mixture, and then I've got syrup. So I'm excited to try these. My friend is a flavor genius, so I think they will be really, really good and will make my house smell very, very delicious for the next couple of hours. And there they are. I filled this and then got one ice cube tray of each. Sorry I didn't film it. It was a little bit crazy. With this one, I mixed it in a larger bowl, but that bowl did not have a good pouring spout. So then I made a mess trying to get it in this container. But this one, I actually mixed in the bowl I originally used for that one. That's my nice little bowl that has a pouring spout. So this would be great if you had like a large baking Pyrex, which I'm realizing I have, although it needed 2.5 cups of water and my Pyrex has only held 2 cups. So if you have a 4-cup Pyrex, like pouring spout, that'd be perfect for this. Anyway, I'm really excited to use these in, I think this one definitely in coffee, although it might be really good with some non-alcoholic whiskey, and this one good in coffee because I love a lavender latte, but definitely wanting to try this with my non-alcoholic gin. So yeah, there you go. Thanks Montana and Crossroads Coffee for my little potion making over here. Sunday the 10th, and it's like 9:30 a.m., but we are going to make guacamole because it is our cast party today, and that's what I am bringing. Now, I hear what you're saying. You're saying, Catherine, it's just guacamole. You mash up some avocados, you chop up some onion and tomato. What could there be for you to show us? Really, you're really searching for content. Well, yes, I am searching for content, but when I tell you that this guacamole is somewhat famous in Connecticut Theater Company or Connecticut Community Theater party circles, yeah, this guacamole has gotten depressed people out to parties that they didn't want to be at. It's been the spot where everyone sits and talks around because they just like eating the guacamole. I don't get to my own horn too much, but I make a darn good guacamole. So I'm going to show you what I do to get that kind of level of guacamole that people literally wanted at their wedding. So anyway, pretty basic, nothing special here. 5 Hass avocados, 3 small limes, 1 medium, small to medium red onion, and 2 small plum tomatoes. Now I would normally do 1/2 of a jalapeno and 1/2 of a habanero pepper, but someone at our cast party is allergic to jalapenos. So just imagine I'm adding a jalapeno and sometimes I add a habanero pepper as well. So let's get started on this. Now, here's my big secret. This recipe actually starts on the stove. So I've chopped up my onions, tomatoes, and limes, and I get a pan nice and ripping hot, and I char these things. Yes, even the limes. I know it seems unusual, but this adds such a great flavor to the guacamole. It gets everything nice and smoky, and it tastes super duper delicious. I'm actually going to flip these over so that they're drying the skin a little bit. Now, depending on how hot your pan is, this can take a couple minutes. You don't necessarily want it too hot, but you just want to get a nice little bit of color on there. Turn things over. Oh, that's perfect. I got this really hot today, which is good. We're just kind of charring these up. And this, just like I said, adds a lot of flavor. Really adds some texture because you get some pieces of tomato and onion that are a little cooked, some that are not. Adds a lot of color, a lot of flavor. It's so good. I'm going to take the tomatoes off first because I don't like them to be too soft. Again, just a little bit of color on those. And we're not really cooking these, we're just getting some color like that. Perfect for the lime. And yeah, you leave some lime juice on the pan, but that's okay. Get some more color on that one. Try the bottom of these onions here. Alright, I'm gonna call it a day on my onions. Oh my goodness, do you hear my cat yowling over there? I have fed her. Alright, these don't feel like toasting, but yeah, so that's step one of the process. So there you go, that's step one. Like I said, I usually do this with half a jalapeno and sometimes also half an habanero, depending on how big the batches I'm making. Sorry for the noise, I cracked the window because it gets real steamy in here. And I'd also char the peppers, which makes it really steamy, and you definitely want to crack a window or have your overhead fan going, because it's a little pungent, but it's going to taste delicious, I promise. So while those cool, I'm going to move on to avocado production. Basically just chopping and putting all the avocados into my bowl, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so now it's time to actually make the guacamole, and I can't figure out how to get my camera in a good angle for the actual visualization of this, so you're just gonna have to imagine it. It's not that difficult. So, I've got my chopped avocado, I've got my chopped veg, and again, this would include peppers, if we're including peppers, but we're not. And then the golden juice. Look at the color of that. Really hard to see without tipping it in the bowl, but you can kind of see it. It's this like gold brown color. I think this, at the end of the day, is what makes my guacamole so good, because you probably don't even need to char the other vegetables. This like acid yet warm and charry, this is really the secret sauce. So I'm gonna go ahead and mash the avocados in with this juice and a bunch of salt, and then I'll add in my veg. I might not add in all of these, it feels like a lot of onion, so I'll play it by ear. And yeah, then we'll have delicious guacamole. Oh, and I do use a potato masher to do this. I find that I like a little bit of chunky texture, but I never get the level of smooth that I want with a fork, so I do go ahead and use a masher. And so there you go, party guacamole Catherine's way. I ended up using all the tomato and about 3/4 of the onion, but I'll use the rest for like an omelet or something. So yeah, that's what you want. A little chunks in there, but nice and smooth, good for dipping. Get a bag of Tostitos scoops and it will be a hit. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover it with plastic wrap to keep it fresh and not have it brown, although with the amount of lime juice in there, this thing stays pretty green. Like it'll be good through the course of, a 3-hour cast party, no problem at all. But yeah, that's my guacamole. Hope you enjoyed this little clip of Catherine's cooking show, and I'll talk to you later.